Hey guys, what's up? Your boy Honest Blade back with another video. So today's video, I'm going to be discussing the Thai BL 1000 Years. So, when I first heard of the show of 1000 Years, based on the premise, I was super excited for it. And I was like, oh my god, it's coming to Gaga Olala. And I have a subscription to Gaga Olala. So like, I cannot wait to watch this. Okay, the show finally premieres. The first episode wasn't great, but wasn't bad. But I would say after episode 2, and I hate to say this, 1000 Years became doo-doo. Doo-doo. I actually was going to say something else, but like, no, I don't feel like curse at the moment, so I'm going to say it was doo-doo. Same point made. Now, mind you, there's bits and pieces of it that I love, and the actor who plays Poon is so handsome. That's such a handsome man. But overall, the characters, the story thus far, it's kind of dumb to me. It's really dumb. Like, the execution to me is poorly. So the lead characters is Poon, who's a vampire, who's a 1,000 years old vampire, and the character Yo, who's a, I would say, high school, college age guy. I think in high school actually, high school age guy who's very into the unknown. When the show first starts, he's into aliens, but as the show progresses, he becomes more interested in vampires. So in the first episode, this is how Yo meets Poon. Yo goes to this this food stand that sells something called blood pork soup. First and foremost, I don't know how people eat something with blood in it, but you know what? Knock yourself out. So Poon is like that food stand's most popular customer until one day, not Poon, Yo is that food stand's most popular customer until one day Poon shows up. Poon obviously is actually a vampire. So Poon orders a bunch of blood pork soup, and he's going through it, and so Yo's looking at it, what the hell? Who's this guy buying up all the blood pork soup? And basically that's how the two get to know each other and form a friendship. And while Yo at first wasn't much a fan of Poon, he was actually jealous of him, in a sense. Poon, when he met Yo, he instantly had feelings for him. Which to me, I kind of hated that. I rather Poon had been someone like, standoffish towards Yo as well. And eventually their love for blood pork soup kind of brought them together before them learning more about each other. So, Poon is this vampire. And while I do not dislike Poon's character, at least the way I dislike Yo's character, because Yo just gets on my nerves. The only character I think I dislike more than both of them is Shin. Shin is absolutely annoying. No offense to the actor. I have no... And I just want to clear this up. These actors probably would never see this, but just in case, I have no hard feelings towards any of the actors. The actors themselves are just doing their jobs. I have no beef with the actors. But the characters, they're very grating. The only character I actually like is Kamsai and Yo's sister. Those are the only characters I think I consistently like since the show began. But outside of Kamsai and Yo's sister, Poon, I like in moments. Yo, I like in moments. Shin gets on my fucking nerves. Samchai seems like a promising villain, but you hardly show him, so he doesn't leave much of an impact. And the character we used to introduce Janja, which to me her introduction was done so stupid. But by the way, the actress who plays Janja, that's a gorgeous woman. The actress who plays Janja, a gorgeous lady. I hope to see her in more projects. She is just that pretty. But basically, Poon is a vampire. Obviously, for those who didn't get it earlier. But Poon has been trying to lay on the low since Poon's been alive for years. Even at one point, Poon joined a gang. He was so tired of living that he hoped to get D-worded during the whole war with the gang. It goes without saying that the gang members end up getting D-worded, but because Poon was a vampire, he survived. So eventually Poon just lives a very quiet, secluded life with his cat, where his cat is very nice black cat, until he meets Yo and his friends. This is where my issue comes with 1000 Years. The story, the characters act very stupid with each other. Like when, in this past episode, when Yo asked Poon, is some child of vampire that's allegedly going around K-wording people, because there's an incident going on in that area in Thailand where people have been getting K-worded by vampires. At least K-worded by what appears to be done by a vampire, because you see like the bite marks on their necks and then dry out of their blood, which is a signature where a vampire takes their victim. At first, Yoto was Poon, but Poon's like, no, I was just hanging out in my bedroom the whole time when this all happened. And then Poon's like, I'm a good vampire. I eat blood pork soup. That's where I get my blood from. I don't go after people. I like people too much to take the blood from people directly. So I found a way to get blood through other means. But Sunshine, however, when you first meet, I think Sunshine makes his first real appearance. I want to say either episode 3, but I remember episode 5. Sunshine makes it know that he's a sleazebag. So Sunshine has no hesitation of taking blood from people. And since Sunshine goes both ways, he has both female victims and male victims. And when you first see Sunshine again, this instant beat. You can tell the animosity that Poon has for Sunshine. They go way back. And that's one of the things I want to explore more. Because you can tell that Sunshine's obviously supposed to be the villain of the story, but he's a villain with little impact. And it's like, why introduce this character if he was not going to be a character we constantly see screwing things up for Poon and even antagonizing Yo and his friends? To me, like, Sunshine has so much potential to be a really good villain, but the execution is dog shit. And so, and another game, Poon flirts with Yo a lot. And while Yo is somewhat aware, I hate how Yo acts oblivious to how everybody else notices that Poon is into him. Like, when his sister, like, you know Poon is into you, Yo's like, what? He likes me? Honestly, the way the woman should have been handled with Poon and Yo, this is how I would have did it. Poon and Yo meet at the food stand that sells the blood pork soup. At first, it's a little rivalry, but one day, on Yo's way home to his folks to visit his sister and his dad, so either a random vampire, which I think would have been smarter, attempts to attack him, attempts to like K-word him, and Poon comes out of nowhere and Poon saves his life. Then Yo's like, oh my god, I used to think you were a jerk, but you just saved my life, thank you so much. And Poon's like, you know, Yo, I like you, but I got the feeling you dislike me, so I kept my distance from you. But I really want to get to know you better. And then, you know, Yo has his reservations, but Yo's like, you know what? This man just saved my life, so I'm going to give him a shot. And after they get to know each other, Yo is developing feelings for Poon. Poon always has his feelings for Yo. One day, Yo just asks Poon out of it, no, Poon, you keep saying you're a vampire, but all the time I'm thinking you're kind of just crazy in the head. Are you really a vampire? And Poon looks at Yo like, you know, can I keep this on the low? Because, you know, us vampires like to remain secret from society. We really don't want people to know that we exist. But no, Yo, I like you and I have deep feelings for you. So I'm going to trust you with my secret. And then that's when Poon shows the fangs and everything. Like Poon, like, he doesn't have to be like no Buffy the Vampire Slayer level transformation with the vampires. But Poon pretty much shows Yo like, yeah, I am a vampire. You see the fangs, you see me, Yo's face becomes, not Yo, Poon's face becomes more twisted looking. And while Yo is naturally all put first, he's like, you know what? If this man was going to hurt me, he had plenty of opportunity to do it. Plenty. He's never hurt me. He's never hurt my friends. So this guy truly is a good vampire. And that's where the romance would have kicked off. And that's another thing that bothers me with 1,000 Years. We're not 9 episodes in. I want to say 8, but I think it's 9. And I did a little teasing. There's been no direct make out or kissing between Yo and Poon. And I hate to say it, I feel it's going to happen, but it's going to happen when I'm already lost interest and the show's already deemed bad. Because right now in the BL community, they're already dog shit in that show. They're always talking about 1,000 Years is one of the worst BL shows ever produced. And I hate to say it, I agree, because the story, I don't think so much it's for the actors, because the actors are playing the characters. But now some actors are not great, and I think it's because I'm not Thai, obviously. I'm American biracial with Haitian Dominican ancestry on my dad's side, and on my mom's side, wow, I'll be here almost all day. But basically Canadian, Irish, Trinidadian, African American. That's what I remember on my mom's side, but it's much more there. One day, little off topic, I actually want to do a video with my mom, if she's comfortable with it, and have her to break down our ancestry, our ethnic group, our multiple nationalities. Well, my nationality is American, I'm born here, but the stuff that makes me and my family, basically. But now let's get back on topic. So the story is just so combobulated, and the characters act stupid when they shouldn't. The only characters who show to have common sense is Campside and Yo's sister. That's why they actually like them, because they don't act stupid for the plot. But everyone else, and especially Shin should have been a vampire who's like a good friend of Poon, who's helping him keep things on the low and keep the area protected, especially now there's been reports of people getting attacked by vampires. That's how what Shin should have been. Shin should have been Poon's old friend, fellow vampire, who's like, yo, Poon, I came back in the area because I know I've been hearing a lot of vampire attacks in this area. What's going on? And Poon goes to Shin, yo, Shin, I'm glad you're here because somebody is attacking the people, and we don't put a hold on the situation, we're gonna get exposed to the entire world, not just to a small group of people, but to the entirety of Thailand, and then therefore the rest of the world afterwards. Because news does spread. Just forgive my speech right there. And the thing is, I wanted to like 1,000 Years, but I can't deny it. The show is ass. And I didn't want it to be ass. I wanted it to be really good. But 1,000 Years is just, every week, it feels like such a chore. 1,000 Years is almost as bad as playing Tekken 7 for me. I get through it because it's like there's bits and pieces I can enjoy. But the overall show, like, this is so stupid. I'm wasting 40 years of my life, not 40 years of my life, 40 minutes of my life watching this show where I could do something better in my time. And I just wish, first of all, my main problem is I wish Poon would stop acting so childish at times and just like, yo, I like you. Would you give me a chance? Like, be upfront. And for Yo to stop acting like he doesn't know when someone's hitting on him, and either tell Poon nicely, look, Poon, I think you're a swell guy, but I'm not into you, or, give him a real chance to stop acting like a doofus. And another thing, when Janja comes around to speak to Poon, I hate how Yo dismisses himself. Like, he doesn't question what's going on with Janja and Poon. He doesn't even, he just, and the sister has to tell him, what are you doing? What are you doing? I just wish the execution for 1,000 Years was much better, the story was much better, and the romance is severely lacking. Like, I almost think I'm watching a bromance. If I didn't see, this is obviously a BL. And I'm about to say, I hate bromances. One of the worst things, when I was new to the BL stuff, watching shows on YouTube, and they'll be labeled BLs, but I will find out they're fucking bromances. That shit used to get under my skin so badly. So anyways, all I want to talk about from 1,000 Years. If you're also watching the series or you stop watching it, please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Peace and take care. On his way out. Love you guys. Ciao.